Good Saturday morning to you. We are under first alert weather mode because we have more rain moving in, a couple of rounds of rain, gusty winds. Winds are really going to pick up. They're going to amplify over the area later in the day, starting this afternoon and peaking later tonight, and then eventually starting to taper off as we head into our Sunday. So the most impactful day, except for yesterday, is going to be today. Mountain snow, especially into our Sunday as snow levels start to come down. The main impacts: more ponding on the roads, some minor street flooding, clogged drains because of those leaves coming down. So if you can, make sure you clear those drains before more rain arrives. There could be some spotty power outages, especially since this is our first real big system of the season, and some tricky pass travel. More so Stevens Pass and some of the higher passes, but Snoqualmie Pass could be a little on the slick side on Sunday as snow levels come down. So today, tomorrow, going to be pretty similar, except Sunday we're going to have fewer showers. Winds are not going to be all too strong. But next week, it's going to stay pretty unsettled. And looking ahead to Halloween, we may have a stronger atmospheric river moving in. So that's something we're going to be watching carefully for you over the next few days. But you see around Washington, it is gloomy. We have rain off in the distance, some snow falling atop Hurricane Ridge, and then at Paradise as well. Snow levels today about 4,500 feet. Here's a look at the radar loop over the last couple hours. You see how quickly this first batch of rain is pushing to shore. Eventually we'll get a front moving in later, but today it's really going to be hit or miss rain after this first batch of rain. I'll show you what I mean on the future cast, but winds are going to ramp up into the afternoon. There is a wind advisory in place 1 p.m. until 5 a.m. tomorrow. Wind gusts for Puget Sound for areas shaded in the lighter color. That is that wind advisory gust potentially 40 to 45 miles per hour. The strongest winds are going to be over the southwestern coast. In terms of timing, here's this afternoon. You see how we get some wind gust over 30, and then into this evening after sunset, still about in that 25 to 35 mile per hour range. But then late tonight, overnight, that's when we'll see potentially wind gust over 35, and then winds start to taper off. Still going to be a little on the breezy side into Sunday, just not as gusty by any means. Here's a look at the timing of the rain. Stopping the clock this morning, you see how we get that first round of rain, some mountain snow, and then off and on rain as the day goes on as we get this low spinning just off the coast, eventually pushing ashore over Vancouver Island later in the day. So it's really going to be showers at times, heavy showers at times as well, and then some convergent zone activity potentially over King and Snohomish County tomorrow. But one last batch of some steady rain Sunday morning into the afternoon, and then that tapers off, and then it's really more so confined to the convergence zone with a few lingering showers into our Monday. Meanwhile, in terms of rain totals, some lower rain totals potentially to the north, whereas Puget Sound, 1/2 inch, maybe up to 1.5 inches. And as I mentioned, snow levels come down to about 3,000 to 3,500 feet, and so about 6 to 10 plus in terms of snow totals above 3,500 feet. And once again, we're keeping an eye on the forecast for you carefully for Halloween.